not had a blow to your knee where you have to have surgery or like a major surgery or minor surgery, just depends on what you have. So today I'll tell you about a minor surgery, and it happens to be when you get a meniscus tear. Today I will tell you about Thomas Andale, the signs and symptoms, and what type of surgery repairs a meniscus tear. Thomas Andale, he was born on February 2nd, 1838, and he went to the Newcastle High School in Edinburgh, and he furthered his career in Edinburgh at the University of Edinburgh. And he graduated in 1860, and then 1883 he performed his first minor reconstruction of the meniscus. What is a meniscus? A meniscus is something that cushions your knee and your bones together, and you have two menisci. They're one on the outer and one on the inner part of your knee. They keep your weight from balance. They keep your weight balancing across your knee. And in an article by American Academy of Orthosurgeons states a meniscus tear is one of the more common torn ligaments in a knee. And like an ACL, it doesn't happen that often compared to a meniscus. The types of a meniscus tear are a bucket handle, radial, flap, and not all of these tears require surgery. And as you can see, the normal meniscus looks like a C shape, and then a bucket handle is just like the inside of, it's just torn on the inside, and then a radial is torn straight across. And so, in a 2016 interview with Ryan Reynolds conducted by Sports Injury, a website and YouTube channel, Reynolds says meniscus tears can vary in type of severity. Pain and swelling are the first signs. What causes a tear? If you're twisting, pivoting, blow to a knee, quick cut, heavy lifting, and just old age. With twisting is when, like, you play a sport. Like, I was playing softball and I was pitching and I twisted my knee wrong and it instantly started swelling up, and I knew something wasn't right. And then pivoting is like basketball, if you just pivot, and blow to a knee is just like football if you get hit wrong. And a quick cut is soccer if you're trying to juke someone out. And heavy lifting is if you don't take care of your knees when you are like at state powerlifting or something, and you do it for multiple years, and you just can't do it, and they just give out. In old age, as we age, our joints get weaker and weaker, so the older we get, the two menisci on the inner and outer, they tend to wear down. The symptoms are, a minor one is swelling and some pain, and they usually will go away for 2 to 3 days, depending on how bad, or if you just keep re-injuring or playing a sport. And a moderate, they cause pain on the side of your knee, and it would be like on the inside and outside, and you will have swelling, and this usually requires surgery. Compared to a minor, it doesn't, you don't have to have surgery. In a severe, there are small pieces floating around, and you will require surgery, and they're popping, and you won't be able to extend your knee very well, and it will hurt. And there will be locking in there too, like if you walk, and you can hardly put weight on it. And just here's some pictures. A minor one, as you can tell, you really can't see it, and you would have to do like rehab. And then a moderate, like I said, it's on the inside and outside, and it's just all that swelling, and you won't be able to see the tear unless you go get an MRI. And then severe, just a lock in the knee and between the two menisci. And how to tell. The doctor will order a MRI or an X-ray. In an X-ray, they won't be able to tell how bad it is unless they order an MRI. And x-ray, you really can't tell. It doesn't give you enough detail. And as you can see right there is where the meniscus is torn. And then here's an MRI of the meniscus, and it's just right in there, and it gives you more detail on where it's at. Surgery. In a newspaper article titled Knee Orthoscopy, published in the New York Times, the author states that when the use of a small camera and small instrument end of a long narrow tubes are inserted through small slits in your knee, they are more likely to repairing a torn disc, and that's just meniscus. And so they'll go in with a with a type of tool, and they'll cut your knee with like scissors, and they'll just go in and either take out the meniscus if it's all like balled up, and then they will repair it, stitch it back up, and you should have at least 3 slits in your knee, if not more, but it's more 3. In recovery, you'll have to go to rehab. That starts pretty much 2 days after you get out of surgery, and they'll give you exercises like just bending your knee back and forth when you're in bed, or just strengthening and walking on it slightly. And it takes at least 2 to 3 months to get back to where you were before surgery and before you tore your meniscus. And you'll have regular checkups just to see how things are going, and you will get back to what you love that you were doing before. So today, I've told you about Thomas Andale signs and types, symptoms, and what type of surgery repairs a meniscus.